Hey, we are live. We
are
live. We are live. How are you doing, Karen?
I'm really well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. It's good to be in Hugo's online financial freedom Facebook group. This is a first for us. We're doing a Facebook group takeover. So for the next hour or so, you've got us. You got me, Matt Webley, and Karen Hudson.
Absolutely. We're going to be in here for ages.
So tonight we're going to be talking all about online arbitrage, but not just any old online arbitrage, automated online arbitrage. What's the difference? One is you doing everything yourself, literally everything yourself, being dead manual. And the other is you trying to outsource, delegate, automate everything so that you only have to do like 1% or 5% of the work or something. So it goes from being this momentous task that takes loads of effort into being this thing whereby actually it's quite hands-free and quite hands-off. I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to talk you through it and all that stuff tonight. So whether you're watching this live or you're watching it on the replay, it'd be interesting to know, just for our interest's sake, who's from wherever, where you're from, and have you done online arbitrage before? So I don't know if we've got any viewers or anything yet. I can't see anything, Karen. Can you?
Yeah, we've got some. We've got about 14 people with us so far. So I'm sure that will go up things. Cindy's here, so she says hi. Bob Taylor's with us. He says he's got all night, so he's staying around if we're here for ages.
Nice.
So that's good.
I see it. I couldn't see the comments. I had it on, clicked on private chats. I couldn't see. So yeah, good evening, Cindy, and hi, Bob. If you're here, say hi. Let us know, and let us know where you're watching from and stuff. I imagine we've got a bunch of Brits. I don't know who that is. Can you see who that is? It says Facebook user evening.
That is Simon Andrews.
Hey Simon, good to see you. I've not got my phone. I don't know where my phone is. I think my phone's in the other room. Bob from Oxford. If I had my phone, I'd be able to see where you guys are from. We got somebody from South Wales.
That's Simon.
I'm guessing Simon. Yeah. Okay. Hi both. Elaine from Newcastle upon Tyne. Nice. So we've got a bit of south, a bit of north, a bit of west, south. I like it. Anybody from anywhere other than the UK? Let us know. Evening. I'm not sure who said that. Again, it just says Facebook user for me.
Stephen Taggart.
Hey Stephen, good to see you. Right, so tonight we're going to talk about this. I've got a whiteboard. I don't know if we'll use it. Hey Jonathan, good evening. So we're doing the automated online arbitrage takeover, but it's basically where we take over Hugo's financial. Hang on, let me get it right because I've said this the wrong. Hugo's online financial freedom group. For the next hour or so, we're going to do a Q&A in a bit, but we're going to be talking all things automated online arbitrage. So basically how you can not just make money on Amazon doing it all yourself, but you can make money on Amazon by having software, tools, services, people do it for you. So it becomes a lot more automated, and that's what we're going to talk to you about tonight. So who are we? If you don't know us, who are we? Why should you listen to us and all that stuff? Well, as you can see on screen, I'm Matt Webley. This is Karen Hudson. We are the founders of BuyBot Pro, which was is the world's first and only fully automated, hence the title of the show kind of thing, fully automated deal analysis software. So this software doesn't just give you the data, it also looks at their data for you and analyzes the deal. So that's BuyBot Pro. We the co-founders, co-owners of BuyBot Pro, but we also are co-founders of ProfitProtectorPro, which is an amazing repricer. And we'll talk to you all about this stuff in a bit because these are some of the tools you're going to use to automate your online arbitrage business. But it's like the bee's knees of repricers. Profit Protector Pro is the bee's knees of repricers. And also on this, what we're going to do is we're going to be able to give you a special offer. If you do take any of our software, don't just listen to us and go, oh, BuyBot Pro, what's that? And go type it in and go buy it, because we're going to make you a special offer tonight so that it's worth buying it from here and from Hugo's online financial freedoms links instead of just going direct to us, okay? Catherine's here. What happened there? You talk, Karen. Talk for a minute.
Unlike you to lose your voice.
No, I had a bubble or something. I got bubble. One of them bubbles.
I think what's really exciting for me is when you talk about like automating your online arbitrage business.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they get started on Amazon, you know, they've got a full-time job or they've got, you know, things that keep them busy during the day anyway, as things go.
Yes.
And you don't want to just end up replacing, you know, your job with another job. That's not the idea. The idea is to build a business that gives you more freedom, if assuming that's what you want. But most of us humans do like a bit of freedom, so a bit of extra freedom. So if you can build your online arbitrage business in a way that allows you to automate it, which we're going to talk about tonight, then you'll be able to have, you know, the money coming in and some more freedom. So you've got like best of both worlds. And now, not every business can be automated. There's obviously lots of work that needs to be done in all businesses. But this one is one that actually you can get quite a long way down the road with automating it. So you can, you know, turn your side hustle into a full-time job in terms of financially, but not necessarily in terms of your time. So over the years, you can build that up, or over the months if you're super quick. But it's definitely not a get rich quick. You have to put in some effort to start with. You have to get it all set up. You know, that takes a lot of time. There's no magic button that you can push that just takes you from 0 to 10,000 a month or whatever. You've got to put in the work and the effort. But once you do that, you can build up a business that could replace your salary without needing you full time. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really exciting. So people get sold the dream on selling on Amazon FBA because Amazon FBA is basically fulfilled by Amazon. You get to send the products that you can buy from everyday stores like Tesco, Argos, Asda. You send them into Amazon, they put them on their shelves. And when they sell them to one of their customers in their store online on Amazon, they ship the product out for you. So a lot of people love it. And that sounds like the dream, like the like gold standard dream of passive income. Buy a bunch of stuff, send it to Amazon, and then they sell it and send it for you. Dream. But the problem is that dream quickly becomes a bit of a nightmare when you realize how much work and effort's involved if you're trying to do it all yourself, because it's not just it's not just buy stuff from Asda. You got to do a whole bunch of other stuff, like make sure the deal's a good deal, find the deal in the first place, like analyze the deal. And then buy them, and then prep them, and then send them to Amazon. And then you've got to watch your pricing and all kinds of bits and bobs that take this freedom dream of sending a load of products into Amazon, which is basically all it is. But it takes all of the kind of joy out of that when you realize that actually you're going to be doing back-breaking prep work. You're going to be blooming scrounging around trying to find deals. And then when you find a deal, everybody's tanking the listing price. And then you're trying to drop your price to compete. And then you lose money. It's just, it can be a nightmare, but it doesn't have to be. And that's what we're going to talk to you guys tonight about, how to make it an automated online arbitrage dream, for want of another word, instead of an online arbitrage nightmare, which it can be for a lot of beginners if they try and do everything themselves, like manual sourcing, manual prepping, manual analysis, manual this, manual that. No. You can automate a ton of it. So going to the chat, we got Catherine. Hey, Catherine, good to see you. Natalie's here. Hey, Nat. Ahmed from Pakistan's here. He says BuyBot Pro is his best friend for OA with them little love face eye things. And somebody else says even in all.
That's Donna Alexander. Donna says hello. Yeah, and Ahmed is, I did a seller interview with Ahmed, so he was great. He was really interesting to chat to and to talk to as well. So I did a seller interview with him.
Hello. That's great. Right. Okay. So without further ado, what we're going to do, we're going to talk through some of the concepts, and then we'll bounce off each other for our different various experiences and stuff. And then we'll do a bit of a Q&A at the end. And hopefully you guys will have learned some stuff that maybe you didn't know. Plus, at some point, we'll give you a special offer so that you can grab some of the tools we talk about tonight with the best offer possible. I'm not saying we're going to give you tons of money off. That's not what's going to happen here. But what we are going to do is give you the best offer you'll ever see. Well, not ever see maybe, but is the best offers that is available right now anywhere. So we're going to do that for you. Right, Karen.
Yes.
What do you want me to do? Shall we get started? Shall I get the whiteboard on the job?
Yeah, get the whiteboard on the job. I don't know how this thing works, if I can make it so that they see you in the whiteboard or we all stay here in the whiteboard. I don't know.
Click the one that looks like that.
Maybe I can do that one. What does that one do?
Not that one.
Okay, maybe that one.
I mean, that one works. That one works. Does that work? Kind of works. Ooh.
Don't like that one.
No. Try another one. Ooh. Hello. Okay, right. Okay, so that one's probably the one. Let me know in the chat, guys. Can you see the whiteboard okay or not?
Yeah. Hopefully that way everyone can see both of us and the whiteboard. So that's good.
Right. So basically my goal tonight is to show you not only the overview of how to do online arbitrage, but how to do it and automate or delegate most of it so you don't have to do all the work yourself. So somebody says that one's good. Right. So what are the different things with regards to online arbitrage? We're going to do a little bit brainstorm, Karen, or am I just going to roll with it? What's the first step in online arbitrage? Obviously, you've got to get a Seller Central account and all that stuff. That's obvious, right? The first thing, let's see if we agree. I've got a thing in my mind. What are you going to say the first thing is, Karen?
I think the first thing is to learn how to source.
Source it. Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. So here's where you get. Huh?
Do I get a prize at the end if I get it all right?
Yeah, why not? So here's where you see me draw some amazing, not so amazing pictures.
Not so amazing.
Right, so they're meant to be boxers, but yeah, step one is sourcing. Hopefully you can read that and see that. All right, guys. What's step two? Let's see if we're
analyzing.
Analyzing, I agree too. So I'm gonna draw a little man for this. I don't know. In fact, he's going to be a robot with antennas. There you go. Right, so analyzing is step two. What's step three?
Prepping.
Exactly. I totally agree with that one also. Prepping.
What about three? Gold star for me.
Yeah, tell me about it. I don't know what I'm going to do for this. What picture shall I draw for prepping? Somebody let me know. What do you think I should draw for prepping, Karen?
Well, it's kind of like a box, maybe a box with a bow on the top.
Okay, yeah, so these boxes, but yeah, I suppose I should have put some toys or something in these or some products. There's a Barbie in the box. And on this one's going off to Amazon. And yeah, so there's a bow on that one. Yeah. So let me get my green one. Yeah. And then what we're saying next?
Well, probably the way we might disagree here a little bit. There's probably shipping in the middle. So you probably need to ship it.
Shipping?
Ship it to, yeah, you've got to ship them to Amazon, haven't you?
Yeah, but I class that as prepping. All right. Yeah, you're right, though. Prepping and shipping.
I think I just lost half a point.
No, you didn't, because I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying. So prepping and shipping. Right, yeah. What's next?
Repricing.
Yes. Right. We do it like this. So we'll do a pound sign for the Brits. But this is the same. If you're in Europe, it might be in euros. If you're in the US or Canada, it might be in dollars or whatever. But yeah, that's repricing. Oh my God, you can tell I've not written since I was at school, basically, because I'm not even sure that says repricing to me, and I wrote it. Okay, so sourcing, analyzing, prepping and shipping, repricing. Is there anything else? Selling.
Yeah.
Well, that bit's done for you.
Selling and making profits.
Yeah, that bit's done for you, really, but that's the beauty of it. So
it is.
Right. Money. I was going to do a Nike sign, but what's the Amazon smile look like? What's that?
It's like a little arrow under an A, isn't it?
Okay. Like
so
that.
An A and then an arrow underneath that goes up and then a little arrow on the top. That's it.
I was going to do a Nike sign. Is it like that?
What's a Nike sign got to do with selling on Amazon?
I don't know. Selling. Right. So hopefully you guys can see that all right. So that's basically the overview of online arbitrage. So what you do is again, this is really beginner stuff, but what you do is you buy products from normal stores like Asda, Tesco, Argos, Sainsbury's. If you're in the US, it might be Walmart, Target, Best Buy. But you buy products from everyday stores online, okay? So you might inject, I don't know, a lot of people start off with £500. So you start off with £500 to buy stock. Now, what you want to do is you want to buy stock that is selling for ideally double on Amazon as a rough estimate. Okay, so basically, if it's a £10 in the store and it's selling for £20 on Amazon, there's probably going to be some profit in there. Now, Amazon takes some fees, obviously, but you're going to be left with something left over in most cases. Okay, is that fair to say, Cameron?
Yeah, definitely, I agree with that.
But the problem with, and this is the manual way of doing it, if you just go on Sainsbury's.com or .co.uk or whatever and look through the offers section and go, okay, well, I found a product. It's selling for £20 on Amazon and £10 in Sainsbury's. That's a deal. I'm going to buy it. And then you go buy it. What happens is you're probably going to end up with more bad buys than good buys. And goodbyes. But you're going to end up with bad buys because doing it like that is going to burn your cash away, because there's a lot of reasons why you can't sell something on Amazon. Like, what are some of the reasons why somebody can't just do that? Can't just buy something double the price and flip it on Amazon, Karen?
They might be gated in that particular product, in that category or that brand.
Yeah.
You might find that it's oversized and therefore the fees are a lot higher and you can't afford to do it. It might be a brand that causes IP issues, so you shouldn't sell it for that reason. They're probably the three main reasons I would say is why you can't just assume that everything's good. You also don't know what your competition is. You don't know, how quickly it sells. It might sell like one a year. It might sell 1,000 a day. You just don't know. You're just gambling and guessing, aren't you? You just don't know how quickly it sells or what the competition's like.
So that's an awesome little list there. But there's even more. Like, if it's oversized, then that might cost you more than if you're just going to buy 1 or 2 units thinking I'm going to make a profit, I'm going to sell it for double. Well, it might cost that much to ship it in and send it and stuff that it makes no sense doing it via FBA or sending it to Amazon first, basically. But there's all kinds of things, but like gating, brand restrictions, IP restrictions, like Karen said, competition, but that can be price, that can be, it's not forced to just be price. It could be how many they've got in. Let's say you've got some competition and they've got 1,000 in stock like that, and it only sells 10 a month. You don't want to buy that. Do you know what I mean? There's lots of things that goes on. So you can't just wander into a store or online in a store, spend £500 on products that are selling for £1,000 on Amazon and expect to make money. What will happen is one will be brand restricted, one will be product restricted, one will be like too slow seller, one will be this, one will be that. So it just ends up being a nightmare. So that's why you've got to analyze the deal. Now, some people might think that they can do this manually, but realistically these days, Amazon's not. It's not what it was. Once upon a time, it was a lot more open marketplace and you could sell anything. But then what happened is a load of like counterfeit sellers and all kinds of shenanigans came onto Amazon and ruined the game for everybody. So Amazon started going, right, you can't sell this, you can't sell that, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that. So a lot of sellers just quit. Do you want to say something, Karen?
No, keep going.
Oh, okay. A lot of sellers just quit at that point. They're like, well, I can't do this anymore. Can't do that anymore. Can't do this anymore. Well, that spawned analysis software. Okay. Now, the old school analysis software would just tell you how much profit was in it. So they do this, but they take some of the manual side of it out, like comparing the price of the store to Amazon. And what analysis software has evolved into, and the analysis software that we created, BuyBot Pro, is it takes all of the hard work and guesswork out of that. So BuyBot Pro tells you how fast it's selling, how many items your competition's got in stock, if you're eligible to sell it, so if you're allowed to sell it, if it's likely got IP restrictions on there. Fill us in, Karen. What else does it tell you? Tell us a few bits and bobs that BuyBot Pro does for you.
It can help you get ungated because it's got an ungating feature in it. It helps you know what the competition is and what stock they've got. It helps you know what the VAT is all across Europe if you wanted to sell it across Europe as well. It lets you know what the BSR is. It lets you know how many sales there are, how many estimated sales there are. It lets you know all the maths, so the profit, the ROI. It lets you know your break even, which is really important. You have to know that to be able to make sure you're making money. You know, it lets you look at the how many, like the sellers in terms of their review count and things like that. It lets you look at all the average prices, so you can look and see if the price is stable and whether it's staying at that price over a period of time.
And much more.
So much.
Now, the beauty of what I've just said to Karen is, if you're watching this and thinking like that sounds way too complicated, like I don't like the idea of all this stuff, BuyBot Pro makes it super easy for you, right? Because all of that stuff that I've just mentioned is one click, literally one click. So you click it and it tells you all that stuff: speed of sales, competition, how much it sells for, what profit you'll make. It even suggests how many you should buy, tells you what it's sold for in the past, gives you full analysis, but it's just one click in a few seconds. And that's the beauty of it. So, sorry, Karen, go on.
Can I say something else that it does? Because we've missed out the most important thing that BuyBot Pro does.
What?
Because BuyBot Pro is capable of analysing a deal better than most OAs. So it looks at thousands of data points, literally thousands, because I know because we built it. There are thousands and thousands of data points it looks at, and it will score that deal for you out of 100. So it will tell you whether it thinks it's a good deal, if it's a medium deal, if it's a bad deal. And obviously it can't tell you the thousands of data points it's checked, but what it will do is it will pick out the top 3 for you, positive and negative, and then just highlight the top 3 reasons why it's got the score that it's got. And that's one of the most important things about BuyBot Pro, because, you know, it's literally something looking over your shoulder as you're analysing, saying, have you forgotten about this? You forgot to check this. You didn't look at that. You didn't consider this. So it's giving you that information all of the time. And it's so clever. It can even look back at, like, you know, if you try and kid BuyBot Pro and put in, like, I'll put in the product sells at £20 or $20, and you put, I'm going to kid it, I'm going to tell it that I'm going to put in a sale price of £100 or $100. Yeah, I'm going to do that, and it will tell me I'm going to get £80 worth of profit or whatever it's going to tell you. But you do that, and BuyBot Pro will say, no, I don't think so. You're not going to be able to sell it at that price. And it will mark it as a bad deal, because it will even
based on the sell price.
That that price is not stable, that you're not going to get that price for the product. So it really does look at everything for you and really helps you analyze that deal. Obviously, you should always do your own due diligence, because there's nothing, you know, nothing replaces the human eye over things. But having that something looking over your shoulder all of the time, making sure you've not missed anything, is priceless.
Yeah, we've been told by somebody that's big in this game that supplies staff for people that BuyBot Pro is number one amongst advanced sellers as well. So it's actually the most user-friendly from a beginner's point of view, because it literally tells you what's wrong with the deal and what's right with the deal in plain English. So you click once and it just says, don't buy this, it's because the price is unstable, or do this or do that. It literally tells you, it gives you that level of analysis. But some people wrongly assume because of that it's like for beginners or something. It's not. We got features in there that no other tool has got, and one of them is the BuyBot Pro confidence score. And the reason why veteran sellers like it, people that have been selling for years and done hundreds of thousands, if not millions of pounds of sales on Amazon, is because when you're sourcing, you miss things. And anybody that's sourced for a period of time will admit that they've got a garage filled with boxes from bad buys because they made a mistake. Well, BuyBot Pro is like an extra pair of eyes looking at your deals, and it can basically help you prevent those mistakes. So it's not just like it's super beginner friendly, but it is. But it's also something that the veterans love, and it's the most popular tool for this, for analysis, for a reason, not for just beginners, but intermediate and advanced. So it carries you through the whole way. But like I say, don't go buy BuyBot Pro until you've told us that, until you've let us tell you the deal that you can get, because at part of, let me get the order the words right. Part of being in Hugo's online financial freedom in this takeover is that we're going to make you a nice special offer that is not to be got anywhere else. It's only in here.
I think the other thing to mention as well is another reason why, you know, like people that have been sourcing for years like that, because you can imagine on Black Friday and the deals are just going bomb, 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 and they're coming through so fast, you haven't got time to analyze them properly and look properly. Whereas in BuyBot Pro, you can even change that confidence score to analyze a deal the way you like a deal analyzed. So you can say you want this minimum profit or the minimum ROI or whatever you want, and then BuyBot Pro will analyze that deal based on your criteria. So it makes it super fast, and you don't miss things. You won't miss deals. Otherwise, if you can't analyze your deals really, really quickly, you miss them because they're sold out and other people have got them. So having that ability is really great.
Well, if you think about it, somebody with a tool like BuyBot Pro sourcing or analyzing products is able to analyze a product in seconds, 2, 3, 4 seconds, boom, done. And then move on to the next one, done. Next one, done. So if you're there trying to figure it out, looking at this and looking at that and trying to find this and find that, by the time you've made a decision to buy one after you've analyzed 20 products, you're like, oh, it's sold out, because people are racing and people have got tools like BuyBot Pro. So it really speeds you up. So yeah, Cindy says, did I read that out already? Cindy says, BuyBot Pro is my best friend with the love heart eyes. Bless you, Cindy. Another Facebook user said, I lost out on a load of Olay by not checking gated, still in bathroom. There you go. So everybody's got at least a box full of stuff that they bought for Amazon that they can't sell because they made a mistake that they could have avoided if they'd used a tool like BuyBot Pro. So that's the analysis side of it. So basically, you're looking for products that are twice the price-ish, and then you look to analyze the product and see if there's any profit. Now, I like to start for vanilla arbitrage at least. So just going through sales and offers and stuff on websites, I like to start with just going for things that are, say, half price in the sale, and then I'll have a look. You know, like, is it selling for the normal price on Amazon? Yeah, great. Okay, now I'll analyze it. So sourcing can be done with different tools. There's lots of different software out there that can help you do sourcing. There's Tactical Arbitrage, there's Source Mogul, there's Arbitrage Hero, and there's a whole bunch of other things, but they all require you to still do stuff. Now, another service that we offer that Karen started and she runs with a huge team is called onlinearbitragedeals.com. So I'll put that in. So I skipped ahead to, oh my God.
Good job. It's a good job you're good at other things other than writing and drawing, isn't it?
Tell me about it. So yeah, I skipped ahead to analyzing. But you can actually find the deals or have the deals found for you on onlinearbitragedeals.com. So instead of using software like Tactical Arbitrage to find the products and then wade through mismatches and all the nonsense that comes with it and the waiting and then finding out things are sold out and all that stuff. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with these tools. Software tools are great, but they still require a level of you putting a lot of effort in. And the main issue is mismatches and stuff. But with onlinearbitragedeals.com, none of that happens. The deals are literally found for you. So there's a team that will literally scour the internet looking for deals that are profitable. So instead of you going, right, what can I buy for 10 and sell for 20 on Amazon, somebody else does it for you and then puts it in the deal portal for you. Now, what we haven't got, Karen, and if we do another takeover again, we should have little screenshots of all these things so we can load it up so we can ping them up. But it's okay. It don't matter. We'll do it for next time. But so basically, these deals come into you. What time do they drop, Karen? Tell us a bit about onlinearbitragedeals.com, how it works, why you started it and all that stuff.
Well, I started it because when I was selling on Amazon, I had a full-time job at the time. And I just couldn't make everything work in my day. There just weren't enough hours in my day. So I was just like, I can't be doing all this sourcing and analyzing because BuyBot Pro wasn't a thing and OAD wasn't a thing. And I was just like, I can't be doing all these things and be working full time. I need to automate my business almost straight away because I'm just too busy with life and everything else. So that's how it started. Was I was just like, I need somebody to find deals and, you know, help make that process easier. So we started what used to be called Bookable VA, which was years ago now. And that's morphed into online arbitrage deals as it grew and changed and developed into sort of half software and half service. So it's a bit of both. So you get your deals delivered in a beautiful portal. They come between 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. UK time, Monday to Friday, every day. And then we have a nice big team sourcing those deals, so they're out there all the time looking for the deals, finding the deals, and supplying those deals to our clients. And like online arbitrage deals is in a league of its own come Q4, and we're coming up to Q4 because we do lots of bonus deals where there's Black Friday and things like that, and it absolutely comes into its own. I know people have made tens of thousands of pounds from the deals in online arbitrage deals just in Q4. So it really comes into its own in Q4. And I'm excited because we're getting towards Q4.
Yeah, the beauty of it is you guys do bonus deals, don't you? So when like during this time of year, believe it or not, there's loads of sales start, not this time of year, but a little bit later in the year, that like all the retailers are racing each other to try and like discount the prices and get like money off and stuff. And obviously if it was just normal sourcing day, you'd get your normal deals. But with onlinearbitragedeals.com during Q4, when these special big sales on, they do bonus deals. So you don't just get your usual bunch of deals that you pay for dripped out to you every day. You get a whole bunch of other deals that are thrown in there as well. So actually it's like shooting fish in a barrel come Q4 with onlinearbitragedeals.com. So
yeah, we have big deals, like big deal days, particularly on like Black Friday is really big. Boxing Day is quite big. New Year's Day is quite big. So we work those holidays to bring you deals on those days as well, because the sales are there and it's working well. So yeah, it's really, obviously it depends what day of the week it is, because it's not always on exactly those days. But around that time, there's usually those deals, and it's exciting because it's it's literally, I mean, we sent out, and I can't exactly remember, but I think it was over 100 bonus deals last Black Friday. I think it was quite a bit over 100 as well.
Amazing.
So that's just like in one day. It's just like your portal just goes bomb, 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 like all day.
Imagine your deals are just bing, 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 bing. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. You just go, yeah, I'll buy that, I'll buy that, I'll buy that, I'll buy that. You send it into Amazon, boom, you make money. So sourcing, you can do it manually. If you don't want to buy onlinearbitragedeals.com, you don't have to. But sourcing can be a pain. There is a manual sourcing accelerator in BuyBot Pro, which not everybody knows about and not everybody uses, but it's super powerful. You can literally go to any website anywhere in the world. So any website, don't have to be one loaded into BuyBot Pro, any website. And all you do is highlight the title of the product, right click on it, analyze with BuyBot Pro, and it will analyze the deal against what's selling on Amazon. And it's like, it works so good. And they're the best deals you can get. So manually finding deals using BuyBot Pro's manual sourcing accelerator are the best deals you can get in everyday standard arbitrage. Obviously, there's all advanced stuff that you can start doing down the line, like unique bundling and things like that. But that's not what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about normal, everyday, run-of-the-mill arbitrage. Buy low, sell high. And like I say, manual sourcing accelerator in BuyBot Pro, free included. It's like an extra tool within BuyBot Pro. You can find the best deals yourself. But if you don't want to find them, or you don't have the time, or what we're actually doing here, which is looking to automate the vast majority of business, then you can't go far wrong but onlinearbitragedeals.com. We know tons of people that literally, well, not tons of people. I know personally 2 people that I speak to all the time that only source with online arbitrage deals, and they only buy those products. And I'm sure Karen and the team know others, but 2 people, and they don't buy anything else. Their entire business is run from onlinearbitragedeals.com. And it's like, it's effortless. Yeah, you're going to pay a little bit of money up front, but the time it saves you and the effort it saves you from having to either buy expensive software and deal with the mismatching and do the manual sourcing yourself, it just saves you so much time and effort that you can, it's something you can run a lot easier in your spare time. So that's onlinearbitragedeals.com. That outsources your, or automates your sourcing to a certain extent. And you use BuyBot Pro, which automates your analyzing, because like we said, you should always do your due diligence and look at the deal, but you can click one button and it just tells you, do buy it or don't buy it. It's simple as that. And there's no other tool in the world that will speak to you in plain English and say, don't buy it, it's a bum deal because of this, or do buy it, it's a great deal because of that. Only BuyBot Pro does that. So yeah, other tools might help guide you a little bit, but you have to do a lot of the thinking yourself, and they usually miss a lot of stuff that BuyBot Pro doesn't. But BuyBot Pro literally tells you, so one click. So here, you wait until, I don't know, you get home from work, 6, 7 p.m., or you've finished watching EastEnders, whatever, and you log into your portal, you scroll down, you go, oh, that one's interesting, 56% ROI, I'll have a look. You click one button within OAD, and it pops out a full analysis in BuyBot Pro. But it's also analyzed within OAD, but it's slightly not full information in OAD without BuyBot Pro, is it?
That's
yeah.
Right.
So you literally get a deal. You go at 56%. All right, perfect. I'll look at that. You click one button, and it analyzes in BuyBot Pro, and then it tells you buy this deal or don't buy this deal. So all of those landmines, as I like to call them, that we talked about earlier, that could trip you up, whereby it could be gated. You might not be able to sell it. It might be a slow seller. All these things are dealt with one click. Now, bear in mind, it's a double layer of kind of like protection, if you like, because if the team at OAD are aware of any issues, they won't put it in the portal. Now, there's no guarantees. You've got to do your own due diligence on every deal, of course, but most of the problems are caught out at this stage. And then by the time you've had a little glance through BuyBot Pro's data, then 99% plus of the things that will trip you up are covered. Now, something else, if people are going, oh, that sounds scary selling on Amazon, do you want to just briefly tell them about suspension safeguard, Karen, that comes included with the upgraded version of BuyBot Pro?
Yeah, sure. So a few years ago, I got quite upset with Amazon because I could see people losing their Amazon accounts, not because what they'd done was unforgivable, but because they didn't know how to go through the process of appealing a suspension or an issue a health account with their health on their Amazon account. And I just thought that was so wrong. Lose it because you've done something bad, fine. But lose it because you don't understand their process is just awful. It's just really unfair. So we started helping people go through that process of managing their suspensions. And we've been doing that for now, I don't know, 3.5 years or whatever it is now. Something like that. I can't quite remember, but something like that. 3 years, whatever.
Time flies when you're having fun.
2017. Huh?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Exactly. So we've helped hundreds of people now manage their suspensions and their accounts and get back their Amazon accounts. And that's great and that's wonderful. But managing a suspension is hugely time consuming. And that's why they come with very big price tags, because there's a lot to do, there's a lot of knowledge that's needed and a lot of work to do. But not everyone's got the £1,000-2,000 to spend on professional suspension help. So then I had another problem. I was like, yeah, but I want to help lots of people, but not everyone's got access to that sort of money to pay for that. So we introduced a service called Suspension Safeguard. And you can get that as an upgrade to BuyBot Pro for £10 a month, or you can buy it separately on getunsuspended.com. But either way, you can get that. And what that means is if you get suspended and you have health issues on your Amazon account, as long as you've got Suspension Safeguard in place for no extra money, we will help you with a templated pack of information that gives you everything you need to know. But not only that, we are there, on email to work it through with you and to help you all the way through your suspension. So you get that professional help that you need to manage your suspension without the price tag. And it's literally £10 a month. It's like a no-brainer. So if you've got that in place, obviously you can't get that and then say, oh, look, I'm suspended. Can you just help me for £10? No.
Yeah, you have to get it before. It's like the AA. The AA or the RAC. You don't ring them after you broke down saying, can you come and pick me up? You ring them before and say, look, I'll pay the low monthly fee, and then if I break down, will you help me? Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
It's the same.
Then they don't have to pay any extra, so that you get the thousands of pounds worth of professional advice without the price tag. Yeah. So it helps you then manage your suspension. So it's a slightly different way of doing suspensions, and it's been brilliant. And lots of people have got Suspension Safeguard, and we've helped hundreds of people get back their accounts. So I'm really proud of that service, really proud of it, because it's
literally hundreds
help for us little guys.
Literally hundreds. So again, if you're looking at this and going, that all sounds scary selling on Amazon, the beauty of it is if you get the upgraded package on BuyBot Pro, it includes suspension safeguard. So if they don't pick up an issue here, and if they don't pick up an issue there, and you do get pinged by Amazon, then with suspension safeguard, you've got professional help. Like Karen says, she's helped literally hundreds of sellers get their accounts back. So the knowledge in the game is at the highest levels. But the beauty of this as well is because Karen and her team run suspension safeguard, we know first, as soon as anybody knows that there's a problem with the product. So let's say a brand just says, look, we're going to cause everybody that's selling this product problems. Literally, BuyBot Pro gets that data straight away. So get unsuspended team, get the email saying I've been suspended. And then the get unsuspended team or Karen literally look through, make sure it's all legitimate. And then if it's legitimate, that data goes instantly live in BuyBot Pro. So that the whole of the BuyBot Pro user base get an instantly updated database access with that same one click for the analysis. It's not an extra click, it's the same click. They get an instantly upgraded notification kind of thing if there's any issues on that brand. So as suspension safeguard crew or team are made aware of issues, that data gets fed straight back into BuyBot Pro to help keep the whole wider community of BuyBot Pro users safe. And again, it's all from that one click. So as you can see, hopefully you can see, we've kind of tried to create an ecosystem of products whereby it solves all of your problems and enables you to automate and delegate this business as much as possible. So that's onlinearbitragedeals.com. Again, don't buy any of this stuff until we talk to you at the end, because we're going to tell you some cool extra bits and bobs you can get by buying it through the links shared in it. Have we got the links to share, Karen?
Yeah, Luke's already shared the BuyBot Pro one, and we'll share the other ones shortly. But yeah, wait, and we'll tell you at the end what the extra is that you get if you use the links that Luke is going to post.
Yeah, so use Luke's link. So Luke Aaron in the comments of this chat, that you need to use his links. Click his links, and then you're going to get the bonuses and stuff, and you're going to get the best deal available right now. So let's move on to prepping and shipping. So unfortunately, you're going to have to probably do a little bit of prepping along the way. You might have to do a bit of prepping. This sucks because you like the idea of buying products, sending them into Amazon, and Amazon's shipping, packing, and all that stuff of the product. So you're like, that's the downside. I've got to have stuff delivered to me, to my house, and then I've got to look and make sure it's all right, peel any stickers off, put poly bags on it, and then pack it up, send it out to Amazon. That sounds like too much like hard work, fitting around the kids or the job or whatever. Trust me, it doesn't have to be, because there's something called prep centers. Okay. Now, prep centers can get filled up at different times of year. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, but a decent prep center will save you all the back-breaking work. Now, one of our friends and associates, Natalie, has a prep center, Easy Prep. So if you want to reach out to them, you can reach out to Easy Prep and see if they're taking on clients and all that stuff. But if not, there are other prep centers. Now, outsourcing this to a prep center means that you don't have to be in at home waiting for the stock to come to you. You don't have to be in at home giving it back to an angry UPS delivery driver that don't want to take your boxes because it's the 20th box you've sent that day or whatever. And it don't mean you have to do any peeling, packing, shipping or anything. You can literally treat it like a laptop lifestyle business, if you like. Hands-free, carefree, let somebody else do all the back-breaking work. Now, as I've said before, I know somebody that has only used onlinearbitragedeals.com to do all their sourcing for their successful OA business for now. I don't know how long he's been at it, maybe 2.5 years or something like that. So 2 years plus, I'd say. And he's only ever sourced with onlinearbitragedeals.com deals and analyzed with BuyBot Pro. But he's also used a prep center, never prepped a single product. So anybody that says, oh, I think it's a good idea to learn prepping yourself, I understand that point of view. But at the same time, You don't have to. You don't have to. Now, you are going to pay a little bit of money to have something prepped for you. That might be 50 pence a unit, or it might be 75 pence a unit. It might even average out £1 a unit. Who knows? But whatever that is, time is money and time is freedom. You can pay somebody else and build it into your margins. So, you know what? You don't source products at £1 and then pay 75 pence to a prep center. That's no point. But do you source products at £3 or source products at £3.50 or £4 a unit profit, and then outsource the prep for 50 pence or 75 pence or £1 a unit? Yes. So the idea is you leverage somebody else's time. They wait in for the boxes. They open the boxes. They inspect the products. They pack them up or peel stickers or whatever. They do all the prepping, then they put them in a box, and then they ship them to Amazon with all the nightmare headache that comes in between that, like weighing boxes and sending one box here and another box there, and like ugh. You can have somebody else do it. You just use a prep center. Like I say, Easy Prep is a good place to start, but if they're not taking on clients or whatever, there's a whole bunch of other prep centers that you can end up at. So let's move on to, because we want to do a Q&A at the end of this, and we're not going to keep you guys forever. Let's move on to repricing. Do you want to talk about the buy box, Karen, and how the buy box works?
I do. Right. So the buy box on Amazon is basically the buy now button. So when you click buy now or add to basket, that is basically the buy box. And that is, if you think about Amazon, each product has one listing. So if you're going to buy a box of cereal or whatever you're going to buy, and if there's 100 people selling that box of cereal, all those 100 people will be on that one listing. On eBay, you'll have 100 listings because they'll all have their own listing. But on Amazon, you've got one product and all the sellers on that listing. So this is how Amazon decides who is going to get the sale, basically. And they use an algorithm. No one knows exactly what that algorithm does, but we think it's based on price, on location, on seller feedback, on account health. And we think all of those things go into it. So no one knows for sure because it's, Amazon secret. But that's what we think goes into it. And then that allows you to have the buy box. And when you've got the buy box, when someone clicks buy now or add to basket, it's your product that they sell rather than a different seller's. So what happens then is, in order to get that buy box, as I say, you've got all these range of things that happen. And then we lead more into repricing and how to do that, because like Amazon's got a repricer and it just looks at the price of your product. And if you say you can add in a minimum, and let's say there's two sellers on the listing. So if you're both selling at £20 or $20, whatever, and you both put £10 or $10 as your minimum, what Amazon does is it starts you off at £20. And then when it starts bringing down the price, rather than bring it down gradually and slowly, it just drops it all the way down to £10 because that's both your minimums. Because you have to remember that Amazon are trying their best to do the best for them and for their customer. They're not particularly looking out for you as a seller. They're not great at looking after their sellers. So you've got to remember that you're not their priority. Their customer is their priority. They want the best deal for their customer because they want their customer to love Amazon and keep coming back. So if you use Amazon's free repricer, you'll find your profits will take a massive hit, because Amazon will just keep lowering that price and you will, not get very much profit for your products. So do bear that in mind. It seems like a great deal because, oh, wow, it's built into Amazon and it's free. Fabulous. But actually it's going to work really not in your favor.
Yeah,
so
it ends up costing you more, doesn't it? Because it might be free to use, but it's basically working for Amazon and not for you, because they just want the cheapest prices possible for their customers, and it costs you in your margins.
Yeah. And what we saw was a lot of repricers, what they do is they are looking just to tank the price because they know that price forms part of that algorithm for who gets the buy box.
It's the main part, isn't it? Price is the main part. 99% of it is price.
So they're looking just to tank your price as quickly as possible, because then they get a sale and it makes them look good because you're making sales through the repricer. But what happens is you're not making as much profit. So what we wanted to do is build a repricer that allowed you to take up the price, not just lower the price. Because all repricers, apart from Profit Protector Pro, are very focused on lowering your price. They drive the price down, they tank the price. So we wanted to do something that combated that and took the price up. So what BuyBot Pro does, what Profit Protector Pro does, is it gets you that buy box, and then very slowly, not to lose you that buy box, but very slowly it takes that price up. So where another repricer would sell your product at £10, Profit Protector Pro will get you sales all the way up to £12 because it's kept you that buy box all the way up to £12. And then what it does, it's got AI built into it. So it learns on the listing and it learns what it can achieve for you. So what it will then do is then drop down, if it loses that buy box, it will drop down, get that buy box again, and then just sit exactly where it knows it can get you maximum profit for that product. It's super clever, super clever. So it's all that AI is built into Profit Protector Pro, and we've built lots of algorithms that allow you to do that. Now, there tends to be two types of repricers: rules-based repricers and algorithmic repricers. Your algorithmic repricers, which is what Profit Protector Pro is, will always get you a lot more profit. We've got all the basic rules into Profit Protector Pro as well. You've got all those. But what you want to do is use those profit building algorithms. So what it will do is, as I say, it will get that buy box and it will drive the price up, not drive the price down. So you'll make more money on every single sale, which we think is amazing. So we've built something in it called Profit Boost. So it shows you the extra money that you've made when you're using Profit Protector Pro. So where that other repricer would have got you that sale at £10, because that's where the buy box is, as Profit Protector Pros push that up to get you sales at like £12.50 or whatever, that £2.50 on that extra goes towards your profit boost. So it shows you what it's done over and above what another repricer would have just sold when you were in the buy box. So it shows you what it's doing. It's really, really fabulous. I love Profit Protector Pro. I genuinely think it's just a most amazing thing. It's so clever and it gets you so much more profit.
It makes a massive difference. I'm just looking at the chat. Natalie put, don't fanny around, people, use BuyBot Pro. and then she's put, don't forget suspense and safeguard. Oh, this was a lot earlier. This was ages ago. Don't forget suspense and safeguard. Literally just sent a message to someone who had a deactivated listing. Looking for them, they have suspense and safeguard. And then I don't know who said it, but Matt delivering on the graphics.
That was Craig Lee said that.
Oh, was it Craig? Okay. I don't know if he's taking the mic. Lily says,
take the mic.
Okay.
Definitely.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's great graphics. Lily says, I love BuyBot Pro. Cheers, Lily. And then Luke has posted a bunch of links. Now, if you're looking to buy any of the stuff that we've helped, or that we've created to help you automate your online arbitrage business that we've talked about tonight, make sure you use Luke Aaron's links in this chat. With those links, you're going to get the deal that we're going to talk about shortly. If you don't use those links, you won't get the same deal, okay? So the whole point of this takeover is, look, if you're going to buy them, use his links. And if you're not, that's cool too, but his links are there and you'll get the best deal and some bonuses for using them. Now, something that we'll talk about in a bit properly, but what I would like to suggest we do for Luke's, anybody that buys using Luke's links today, whilst you're watching this, or I suppose we could say 24 hours for anybody watching the replay, is it fair to say we'll extend the money back guarantee? Karen, we'll double it.
Sure.
There you go. So not only are you going to get some bonuses that I don't know about yet, but Karen's going to tell us about shortly. But we've just made the decision that we'll double the money back guarantee. If you purchase, it's Monday the 16th of August, it's 7:54 p.m. This is live. If you purchase within the next 24 hours, we'll double the money back guarantee. So if you don't, I don't mean double I don't mean you'll get like, you spend 20 quid, you get 40 quid back. I mean, you spend 20 quid and it's not a 30-day money back guarantee. We'll honor it for 60 days or whatever double is. And I don't think we've ever done that at that scale before, have we, Karen?
No, we've never done that before. I didn't know we were doing that tonight. But it's all good.
But you know what? Luke's a good guy and that's what we're going to do for him. So if you do use his link, then you're getting something. But anyway, let's crack on. So basically, you've got to be in the buy box. Not got to, but you've got to be in the buy box to get the majority of your sales. And what drives the buy box is the price. But you can't look at your price 24/7. And like Karen says, if you use Amazon's free repricer to do the repricing for you, so when people are changing prices, you can keep up with them. If you do that, it's going to cost you money in the long run because it's going to drop your prices more often than not. But with Profit Protector Pro's algorithms, it climbs the prices, increases your margins, it makes you more money. And it does that using specially created AI algorithms that literally learn listings. So the longer they're running on the listing, the better they get. Whereas most repricers, the longer they're running on the listing, the lower your price is. So as soon as we grab the buy box, we look to increase your price. Now, some people wrongly put out there, and it's a total fallacy. I can prove this is false, that if you increase the price, you lose the buy box. Just today, was it today, Karen? Somebody posted in the Profit Protector Pro Facebook group a list of, they've got all the competition sellers. There was a screenshot of BuyBot Pro with the competition sellers, and he was proudly saying like I'm selling for loads more than everyone else, basically paraphrased. But at the top, he was like selling for £15 a unit, and he had the buy box. And I think the closest competitor, what were they, £11, £12, something like that, Karen?
Yeah, something like that. And he had like £740 30-day profit boost, didn't he? Something like that.
So that was just extra profit. So if you're spending a few quid on Profit Protector Pro a month, but you're getting 700 quid back that month, not only in that's the extra you're getting back. You're still getting the speeded up sales. You're still getting the sales in the first place. You're still making extra profit, but that's from the algorithms climbing the price, the Profit Protector Pro boost. So it's like, it's a real no-brainer, and you'll have to take my word for it. But Profit Protector Pro is a special piece of software. It's got an app. We believe it was the first repricer in the world to have a mobile app developed for it, native Android and Apple. It's got a Chrome extension so you can reprice from the Amazon listing page when you're sourcing. Set up your repricing, your mins, maxes, and strategies on the page, on the Amazon page, and it's live as soon as your products hit Amazon. So you get instant repricing and so much more. You will love it. But that's Profit Protector Pro. So that automates your repricing. Without a repricer in 2021 or 2022, you might as well quit. Honestly, it's game over for you because everybody's using them, but they're not all using good ones. And our studies have shown the more users that use Profit Protector Pro, the more the prices are maintained or increase. It's when they end up, when somebody comes on with, I won't mention the name, but a dinosaur repricer. It's been around for over 10 years. It's a lot more expensive than Profit Protector Pro, and it defaults out the box to penny under repricing, and it's just a disaster. When you're up against somebody like that, Profit Protector Pro will work hard to maintain the price, which benefits the whole community of sellers, or increase the price, whilst those repricers are doing the best to tank the price. So you're up against it, but Profit Protector Pro is working in real time, continuously, 24/7 on your behalf across all your listings to keep your prices high and your buy box dominating high too. Is that a word, dominance? Is that a word?
Well, it is now.
Yeah, it is. If it's not to be used in this context, it is now. So let's just go over it again. For anybody who just joined us that wants to catch up, you've got sourcing that you can automate and outsource to onlinearbitragedeals.com team. You've got the analysis that you can have one-click analysis using software, BuyBot Pro. You've got prepping and shipping that can be done by prep centers. And then you've got repricing that can be done by Profit Protector Pro. So at this point, you've delegated, automated 90% plus of this business. All of the hard work at this point is being done for you. So what's the last bit? Right? The last bit is use Amazon FBA. Yeah. So that's what gets most people into the game in the first place, but then they don't realize these bits are a bit of a minefield if you don't know what you're doing. But that's why we've created tools and services that literally tick all the boxes. So this business goes from being something that could trip you up and be really difficult to like a slam dunk, like it just works. Like we'll never promise a penny to anyone. We cannot say, if you do this, you're going to become a gazillionaire. We've never promised anybody £1, never mind £1,000 or £10,000 or £100,000. But what we can say is we know tons, and I mean tons of people doing this exact business model They've been doing it for years and it's working successfully. And I personally know, as in I speak to them face to face, a whole bunch of people that are literally doing this with almost zero variation of what I've taught you tonight. And they're doing it in minutes a day. Their business takes them minutes a day to run because they've outsourced or automated 99% of the hard work. But this last bit, Amazon FBA, if you're wondering what that is, that's the dream, baby. You send the products to Amazon, they sell them and they ship them and they pack them and they do all of it. Yeah. So ultimately, if you can get this done well, Amazon take care of the rest of it. And you don't buy anything that you don't think will sell. BuyBot Pro tells you whether it's going to sell or not. And it's just hopefully that's gave a full picture. Have I missed anything out, Karen, or is there anything you would like to add?
I don't think so. I think that's a really good example of how to automate the business, take it from being a second job to a real business. And I think when people first start, they're very nervous about paying for things and paying for different services and things that help them. But if you do that, you can grow your business so much quicker and make a lot more profit because you can just grow your inventory much quicker. So
well, what I would say to those people, Karen, is look, how much do you think it costs to get into like a McDonald's franchise? Let me tell you, it's £1 million plus liquid capital to get one McDonald's franchise open. And they say you cannot run any other business if you're going to be a McDonald's franchisee. So you have to quit whatever you got the £1 million or £1 million plus. You have to quit that, assuming it was a business, to go do McDonald's. And they make you fry fries. They make you do every step of that business first. So you as a franchisee know how to do it all. And then they don't allow you to run other businesses. If you're running a McDonald's franchise now and you're a brand new franchisee, as far as I'm aware, don't quote me on it, but as far as I'm aware, from everything I know, that's all you're allowed to do. And you're over £1 million in of your own liquid capital. So that's your own cash if you've got £1 million plus. And then you've got to borrow against it as well. The bank will lend against it because it's McDonald's. But then that means you're going to be in the debt to the tunes of probably multiple millions before you've hired a single member of staff to fry the chips and before you've even sold a chip. You're so far into the red to start a McDonald's franchise that it's like crazy. Subway, you're looking at hundreds of thousands of pounds liquid capital. Last I knew, I think maybe it was 145 grand or something like that. And then I believe you've got to borrow on top of that. And you don't get to buy the premises. You have to agree to a lease on the premises. So you're renting the premises. You're buying all the equipment before you've even served a single sandwich. So anybody that says, yes, but this is going to cost me £100 for my first month in business. And if you compound your cash over time, this could be the start of a career that changes your life, whereby you actually are able to hands off, build a business online whilst you're still looking after the kids, while you still got the freedom to go on holiday if you want to go on holiday, take that road trip if you want to go on that road trip, or just run your life the way you are doing now, but with a little bit of extra cash, a little bit of extra freedom. So hopefully that paints a good picture. Thanks for anybody that's left comments. If you've got any questions, post them up. We'll do our best to answer them in a minute. But can we just talk about the bonuses that you get if you purchase any of the stuff we talked about tonight? So onlinearbitragedeals.com, BuyBotPro.com, ProfitProtectorPro.com. If you purchase any of those products, or Suspension Safeguard, if you purchase any of those products using Luke Aaron's links that we've posted or Luke's posted in the chat, in the comments, then you're going to get an extended money back guarantee to double. So you can get double as long as you buy in the next 24 hours. If you leave it, if you're looking at this 3 months from now and expecting a double money back guarantee, you ain't getting it. But if you do it in the next 24 hours, if you buy whilst you're on this takeover or in the next 24 hours for those people replaying, we'll honor that, doubling the refund period. But what else do they get, Karen? Because they get some extra bonus, don't they?
Yeah, Luke's done some PDFs for people. So one's all about cashback sites and how to make the most of cashback sites. But nice. The other one I think is even better. The other one's fantastic. And he's sharing his favorite 131 stores to source from for online arbitrage. So he's like literally sharing what he's used to build his business. Luke's not selling on Amazon now, so he's sharing what he used to build his business, and 131 stores he's sharing.
Amazing. So you've got no excuses. Even if you don't want to even if you've not got the money to invest in online arbitragedeals.com at first, and you just want to do it with BuyBot Pro, well, you can take Luke's PDF, 131 stores, go through the offers and clearance section of each store using the manual sourcing accelerator within BuyBot Pro, and bosh, you're going to end up hopefully finding some deals, and then you can do this process, rinse and repeat, and make some money. Go on, Karen.
Absolutely. So anyone that buys using Luke's links, please send Luke a PM and he will share with you the PDFs. So
make sure you use Luke's links though. So you must links. Now something Luke has done as well for online arbitrage deals, he's posted some coupon codes that actually get you money off. So if you can see there, SWP 166 or SWP 67 or SWP 189, and then they've got the US codes there as well. So whether you're in the UK or the US, there's different teams sourcing for deals on online arbitragedeals.com. So if you're US, do the US one. If you're in the UK, you do the UK one, but there's different coupon codes for each, and that gets you a whole bunch of money off as well. So you're going to get you're going to get Luke's discounts, coupons here. You're going to get his free PDF on 130 odd stores to source from. His cashback sites. We didn't even mention cashback, but the beauty of that is you're making money before you even done anything. You buy the products and you can get like 1%, 2%, 3%, 5%, sometimes more back off the purchase. So you're already kind of in profit, if you know what I mean. When you're selling, you can add that coupon profit to your overall profits. Or some people just like to cash the coupons in and go to pizza or whatever with the coupons, because they offer cash back, but they also offer a load of like nice little incentives, and usually they'll give you extra. So if you if you get the cash, you might earn 30 quid in cash, or they might give you £35 in pizza Hut vouchers. So you kind of get an extra incentive there. But yeah, so he's going to give you a PDF with the talking to you about cashback, how it works, where to go, best places, and all that stuff. He's going to give you a PDF with 131 best stores to source from, and you've got the coupon codes here to get your money off online arbitrage deals. And we've promised that if you do it before the end of the 17th of August, we'll not say 24 hours, we'll say before the end of the 17th of August, if you purchase using Luke's links, any of this stuff will double the money back guarantee. So it's not double back. What do I mean to say? The duration of the money back guarantee.
Yeah. So BuyBot Pro currently comes with a 14-day money back guarantee. So you will get a 28-day money back guarantee. And Profit Protector Pro currently comes with a 30-day money back guarantee. So you'll get a 60-day money back guarantee. So if for any reason you're not happy within those time periods, you just message us and we will refund your money.
So basically, you ain't got much to lose. If you're on the fence, if you're thinking about getting into online arbitrage, then take a look at doing it this way, because this gets rid of 99% of the hard work and it gives you all the upsides of it with less of the downsides of it. And obviously, use those links, you get even more free bonuses. But yeah, so if we've got any questions, then we'll do some Q&A now. Do you want to add anything, Karen?
I don't think so. I think we've covered it well. I think we've shown everyone what you can do to automate it. I kind of wish that all these things had been around when I was selling on Amazon, because I might still be selling on Amazon. You know, I was just like,
100%.
Wow, this is so time intensive when I was selling on Amazon. I was like, geez, because I had to do all of that. All of that had to be, there were reprices around, but the rest wasn't there. So it all had to be done like manually. Oh, God.
Analyzing a deal before BuyBot Pro was a pain in the booty. Now it's one click, a few seconds, done.
Yeah.
You know, just that alone. And repricing. I tell you what happened with reprices before Profit Protector Pro. You'd turn the repricer on, and then you'd get a spike in sales. You'd be super happy. And then all of a sudden the sales would drop off and they'd stay dropped off, and you wouldn't understand why. And if you've used a rules-based repricer, and they're no different now, if you guys have used a rules-based repricer, you might have seen it whereby you set it up, you turn it on, and you're super happy with it because your sales go through the roof. But then your sales drop off, and they dry up. And then when you analyze the sales you did have, you're like, oh, where was my profit? My profit disappeared. So again, we invented Profit Protector Pro to deal with that, because it's just different. The repricers that have AI algorithms in them, or do things like they'll limit it to 10 listings. So like there's one popular repricer out there that's been around for a very long time that offers algorithmic repricing. Not the same algorithms as Profit Protector Pro, but it offers algorithmic repricing. And it literally tells you can only use it on 10. Something like it only reprices every 15 minutes instead of real time. And I'm looking at this list of things and I'm like, are you trying to sell this product, or are you trying to like kill your software? Because it's like, it's terrible. And when you compare it against Profit Protector Pro, not only are we cheaper, but feature set wise, we're better. And results wise, we are hands down better. And you can apply it to all your listings, not just a select few. So yeah, so that's it really. Have we got any messages? Anybody want to say anything to us? Ask us anything?
Nothing.
Have you enjoyed tonight, guys?
I hope everyone's enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's not just for beginners. This is great for beginners. We gave you a real 30,000 feet bird's eye overview of this business model using it the automated online arbitrage way. But if you're maybe doing this, maybe you're doing all the backbreaking and prepping yourself, you'll be like, you know what, maybe this will give you that little nudge and you'll go do prepping yourself. Sorry, you'll outsource it to a prep center. Or maybe you're sourcing all the products yourself and maybe just doing retail arbitrage. You're like, you know what, I'll give online arbitrage deals a shot. Or maybe you're tired of the penny under repricers, tanking the listings and get rid of all your profit. And maybe you'll give Profit Protector Pro a shot. But again, we urge you to, whatever you do, whether you're a veteran seller, beginner seller, use Luke's links that you've posted in here. You'll get free PDFs, 2 free PDFs, so free ebook kind of things. You'll get an extended money back guarantee, and you will get the coupon codes that are listed in here if you use OAD. And I can't remember if I forgot anything, but Ryan Ken says, new seller, I just signed up to Profit Protector Pro a couple of days ago. Already an increase in buying the buy box and see it driving the price up. Yoo-hoo! Don't think you will get any requests for money back. Too good not to have. You know what? You can't say fairer than that, Ryan. Thanks ever so much for posting that, buddy. We've not paid him to say that or anything. That's just genuine, like happy customer that is using it, seeing the price drive up, literally his own words, getting the buy box and driving the price up. Other repricers, you might see an initial spike in increasing buy boxes, but then it drives the price down and then your sales tail off. And all of a sudden, when you analyze your listings, like, why has this happened? And it's because all the sellers are below your minimum now because you kind of forced it. Whereas Profit Protector Pro is always trying to increase the sales price. And Ryan literally has posted exactly what it does there in black and white. So anybody that's like, yeah, but Matt and Karen, you would say that. You made it. We did make it. And that's why we believe in it. And we know how it works. And we know very well. And we get comments like that all the time. But that's Ryan is literally sharing his honest opinion right there. And it's bang on. So another question here. I don't know who it's from. It just says Facebook user for me. Is this one's for you? Who is it? Elaine. This one's for you, Karen. Is there a certain amount of people who get the deals through online arbitrage so it doesn't get saturated as being burnt once before?
Hey, Elaine. Right. Okay. So what happens is on online arbitrage deals, we limit the people that see the deal. And it's limited to about 20 people-ish, something like that, because the system automatically starts to limit how many people see a deal. But it all depends on how many deals we've got every day. So I can't say to you it'll be exactly this because it changes on a regular basis depending on what's going on and how many deals there are. But what I think people make the mistake of doing when they start selling on Amazon is when a deal goes live, it can be found potentially on OAD. It can be found via Source Mogul, tactical arbitrage sourcing software. It can be found by virtual assistants. It can be found by manual sourcing. It can be found by all of these different ways. So you'll always get, nearly always, unless you find like a real like diamond, needle with a haystack diamond, nearly all the time, those deals will be found by lots of OAers, because everybody's using different ways of finding it. But there's only so many, especially in the UK, it's not that big. So there's only so many deals, and lots of people are finding those deals, certainly in popular shops and such like. So you'll always have a sudden influx of sellers on a listing when a deal goes live, wherever it goes live, because it's live in all those places all at the same time. So you'll always have that to a degree. But what's the best thing to do is to start to have a system and work out a system of how you're best going to deal with that, because there is going to be competition. There is going to be competition on every single listing. So the way to think about it is, we used to say, like, you could turn your money around in like two months or a month or something like that. Whereas now what we say is, think about a slightly longer term. If you're getting like 30% ROI, let's just say that's what you're getting on your deal. If you've turned that round 3 times in a year, so you've sold out in 4 months and you've turned that around in 4 months, that's amazing. That's like 90% ROI on your money in a year. Where else are you going to find stuff like that? So I think people come in with an expectation. I'm not saying this about you, Elaine. This is really just for everybody listening to this. With an expectation is they're going to get 50% ROI and they're going to turn it around every month, and it doesn't work like that. So what I know somebody. I did a seller interview with him, and he uses OAD to source, and then there's like, not for everything, but he uses that, and then he says on all of his listings there's then like a lot of sellers that come on. So he's built up his business so that he's got quite a lot of money in his business. And therefore what he does is he buys the product when the deal's there and keeps them for a while. He doesn't send them straight in. And then, or he'll send them in and then he'll put his price quite high. And he just stays out of the whole dropping thing that goes on and the whole tanking thing. And he waits till those people have sold out. And then he sells his product and gets a lovely, nice, big profit. And he was talking about that on the seller interview and just saying, and it was Slavia who was doing that. So you can find his one. And he was talking about how he does that and how he just keeps his prices much higher. He just waits for all the other people to sell out. And then he's making great profit on the deal because the deal's gone away now. The deal's not there anymore. All the people that were doing that have sold out because they've all tanked their prices. And then they've panicked when there's like other sellers on it. And so just, if you can, when you get to the stage in your business of being able to not have to sell out immediately, you can like wait your turn. Use on Profit Protector Pro, there are algorithms that are built to help you with this. So there are algorithms that keep your price higher and they don't compete with the crazies. So you can go on there and you can, choose one of those algorithms, like sort of like a hybrid one or something like that. There's a few, we can talk about those at a different time, but you've got those algorithms that keep that price higher. And then you can tell Profit Protector Pro when the numbers of sellers are reduced to this, then change my strategy to this. So you could automate all that process of dealing with all the crazies and the tanking to allow that to happen. So you literally just put that in Profit Protector Pro. You say, put it on hybrid, and when the number of sellers drops below 5, drop it down to balanced, or whatever it is you want to use of your Profit Protector Pro strategy. And then Profit Protector Pro will do all of that automatically for you. So it will sit there until it sells out. So stop looking at having to get a deal and sell it out immediately and quickly, because the world's changed a little bit. That was a thing 3 years ago. It's not really a thing so much anymore. You're going to have a lot of competition. The price is going to get tanked by crazies who worry and stress about there being lots of sellers and don't have the experience to know that. Just don't be a crazy and just hold it out. Wait a little while. Turn your money over. Even if you only turned your money over like twice a year and you're getting 30%, that's still 60% ROI. How much are you getting in the bank? Nothing, So you're still getting 60% ROI even if you only turn it over twice a year. So don't be in so much of a hurry. Think about your profit. Your profit is the reason you're in business. And there's a great saying that they say, what is it? It's turnover is vanity, and profit is sanity. All these people are posting like, oh, look, I've done all these sales, and you've made 10p profit. Well done, congratulations. Think about your profit. Ultimately, you're in business for profit. So find your own way of dealing with that and what works for you. But do bear in mind that it should be a profit business, and you need to make sure you're making profit in your business, or there's no point in being in business and you might as well give up. So that would be my advice of how to deal not only with OAD customers on your listings, but generally, because as I say, a deal goes live, everyone can find it. And OAD can't stop other people finding it. We don't have a magic Mary Poppins bag of deals that nobody else can find. Everybody can find them. We're doing the hard work finding them for you, but anyone else can find them. So that's what I would say. And I hope, Elaine, that's an honest and, just exactly how I see it and how I see the whole competition thing going on.
I would like to add a couple of things to that. About competition, really. Again, this don't just apply to people sourcing on online arbitragedeals.com, but it applies to everybody, whether you're sourcing with software, you're sourcing manually. Ultimately, we always say every deal is found by OAers. So chances are, if a deal's great in the stores, especially in the popular stores, it ain't going to sell out to customers. It's going to sell out to us lot. Like it's going to sell out to the OA community, because you watch them go live and then you see the listings come up. They've got 10, they've got 20, they've got 30. It's like, that's the game. But there's a bunch of different strategies you can use to counteract that. One is, and some of these Karen's alluded to already, so I'll just be reiterating it, but be first or last. If you can get the product in first, quicker than everybody else, then you can sell at a high price. But if not, be willing to be last, right? So that is, like Karen was saying, one of the strategies is buy it and then sit on it for a while and then sell it later. So if you're in a rush to sell your stock in 1 week, then you're in the wrong game. Now, you might be able to do that, and in certain circumstances, as fast as you can buy it, it will sell. But if you're in the game thinking, oh, I'm going to sell it in a week, it's not going to happen like that, because you've got competition. Amazon might even be selling on the listing. So Amazon might be your competition. They didn't source that product from OAD. They sourced it from wherever, but like, be first or be last. And last might mean 4 months. You might have to sit 4 months, but you can bet your bottom dollar, if you buy stock now and sit on it till Christmas, you'll get real good prices at Christmas compared to maybe now, just because things are going to go wild in Q4. They're going to be selling like hotcakes, and that's just the nature of the game. And there's probably going to be supply issues this year as well, which means if you've got stock, you're going to demand a premium price for it. So you can buy it now and you can sit on it first or last. So either get it in first and get it out, or get it in last and make more money on it. Another thing I'd like to make a point of, because a lot of sellers don't realize this, but a lot of people say, oh, there's 50 sellers on this listing, I won't source the product. Now, my question is, why would you not source that product? You're not competing against 50 sellers. You're competing against maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 at the most. So if it's a super fast seller and there's 5 sellers on there selling for 50 quid, but then 95 sellers selling on there for 75 quid, well, your competition is not the 95 sellers, because they're selling at 75 quid. They're not your competition. Yes, they've got units in stock, but they're not able to be competitive. That's why they're high priced. You've probably bought better, bought at a different sale or something like that. So if you can compete against the top seller, then I would suggest maybe considering buying. If you can compete within the top 10, it's worth it. So I don't know why, personally, I'm not sure why there's been this obsession over the years with how many sellers there are in a listing. It's a factor. It comes into account. And yeah, oftentimes if you've got 100 sellers on a listing, the price is probably going to tank because it only takes 2. But it's not a deal breaker. It don't have to be a deal breaker because there's 20 sellers on a listing. You're competing against seller 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, not seller 20. They're probably drop shippers, adding 20% on drop shipping it from somewhere else. It's probably not even a thing. So don't worry too much about how many sellers. Worry about the best price sellers. That's your real competition. And then point number 3 on pricing and competition is, honestly, Profit Protector Pro has changed the game. You're not competing on a level playing field with somebody that's not got Profit Protector Pro. They're playing that game. You don't have to be. So they're playing that game of cutting price to try and get buy box action. And you're playing this game, boom, boom. And they're like, what? They're down here and you're up here and you're making sales. And then if they're using an intelligent repricer, maybe they come up. Ideally, they do. And then you're both making higher sales. But maybe they just sit there and you still make your sales. And then if you do lose a buy box, PPP don't just go back down to where it was. It learns the listing, so it knows where to go. It uses an algorithm to find the optimal place to go to grab the buy box a second time. So you don't You're not losing it just because you're increasing price, like some people say. That's just not how it goes down. So there's just 3 extra things that I wanted to point out that I think are valid points. Do you want to say something, Karen?
No.
No. Okay. Right. Somebody else said, totally appreciate how honest you are. There's so many people who do not advise as honestly as you have. We appreciate that. It's very nice. Cindy's laughing about don't compete with the crazies. Made me laugh too, that one, Cindy. Thank you for being so honest and giving a good explanation of how this works. No problem. So I think that's everything. So just to reiterate, look, it's easy as this. Source with onlinearbitragedeals.com. Coupon codes and links are in the chat. Use those links for extra bonuses. Analyze with BuyBot Pro. Grab yourself a prep center if you don't want to do the boxing up and stuff. Grab Profit Protector Pro to get your extra profit and prevent the penny underprice wars happening so aggressively to you. And then use FBA to outsource the picking, packing, shipping, and storage of the products. And you've got basically your automated online arbitrage business there done. That's doing it better than most people are doing it. And you can have pretty much hands-free business at that point. And then you could, what we've not touched on and what I think we was going to touch on is virtual assistants, but we'll do that another time. But we're going to talk about what?
But do you know what else we forgot to say?
What did we forget?
BuyBot Pro's got an app, and it's got a new app coming in just a couple of weeks' time. BuyBot Go.
BuyBot Go's coming out. Yeah, BuyBot Go's coming out. So everything we talked about online with BuyBot Pro, BuyBot Go it's an app for Android and Apple, and it's been brand new. BuyBot Go is brand new. There's been a BuyBot Pro mobile app, but we've had a few teething issues with that. So we're literally scrapping it and releasing a new one called BuyBot Go. And it's basically BuyBot Pro on the go, if you like. And it's a retail arbitrage app. So everything we talked about analyzing deals with BuyBot Pro, you can have in your pocket on an app. So you go into a store, see a deal. Oh, 3 moisturizers for 2. I'll scan that, see if it's a deal. Scan, boom, it is. £10 profit per unit. I'll take 6. Boom, done. So literally, you've got the power of BuyBot Pro in your pocket in every store you go in, and that's called retail arbitrage. You just buy them at the till, take them home and send them to Amazon instead of buying them online and send them to Amazon.
Yeah, so, you can't automate RA as easily.
No.
You can if you've got a lot of money to spend, because you could potentially employ someone to go out to the stores for you. But because we're talking about automating it, we've stuck to online arbitrage because that is the easiest thing to automate.
But there's loads of stuff we've not talked about tonight. This is just scratching the surface, really. But this is a nice overview to get you started or to maybe inspire you if you're bogged down by some of the OA business model. Like virtual assistants, you can hire people in the Philippines for a couple of dollars an hour to literally do all the other stuff that you don't want to do for you. So if there's a few bits and bobs that you don't finding clunky, like you don't want to deal with anything, like you can literally hire somebody to do that for you. So that's basically it. So the only other thing I want to say is, look, Luke's got some links in the chat. Use the links. You get the bonuses. You get the extended guarantee. And he's posted some coupons so you can get some money off. And yeah, that's it really. I think that's everything that I want to say. Do you want to add anything, Karen?
I don't think so. I'd just like to thank Luke for letting us take over his group tonight, because it's been great fun, and I hope everybody's enjoyed it. And we've loved having your company. So thank you so much for joining us. Yeah,
Luke, you're a superstar. Thanks for asking us to come do a Facebook group takeover. Hopefully people watching this have enjoyed it. Hopefully you've got some value. And if you did appreciate it, and if you do want to use any of our stuff, we'll be really happy to see you as part of the family. We've got a great support team. We've got Facebook groups that will support you also, that just dedicated to the software. So there's a BuyBot Pro Facebook group. There's a Profit Protector Pro Facebook group. But most of all, use Luke's links to thank him for getting us on and getting his bonuses, okay? So that's it. That's it for our first ever Facebook group takeover. I'm really hoping we get to do this again sometime. Are you, Karen?
Yeah, absolutely. I loved it. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us, Luke. You're a superstar legend. And guys, if you do want to use, if you do want to get any of our stuff, cool, use Luke's link. There's no reason not to. It costs you no more. He gets a little bit of a love out of it. I'm talking not much. He's going to make, enough to buy himself a coffee or something once a month or whatever. but it costs you no more, and you get the bonuses on top to say thank you for having us present this information to you and all that stuff. So hopefully if you do buy, you use Luke's links to appreciate him. And yeah, that's it. That's all. That's everything. Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks, Luke, for inviting us. Thanks to you, Karen, for being an amazing co-host as always. And thanks to the audience for posting comments and being superstars. Everyone's been friendly and lovely. So
yeah, they have, absolutely. And thank you to you, because you've been speaking a lot tonight. So you probably need to go and have a drink now.
Thanks ever so much, everybody. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.
Great info, Matt. Thanks, everybody.
Cheers all. Bye.
Good night.